Hey y'all, it's Olichia and welcome back to another apartment renovation. Today we are renovating the 702 Zen View apartment in San Myshuno, and we're decorating it for a single dad and his 4 daughters. And I just love decorating rooms for teens and young adults, especially girls, because I feel like you can be really creative and you can make it as cluttered as you want and use as many colors as you want. And so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to have some fun and decorate some cute rooms. Each of the daughters has their own room. The dad had his own room too, as well, obviously. So yeah, we're just finishing the floor plan now. You may have noticed it was towards the very beginning of the video. It wouldn't let me draw a wall. It was sort of by the balcony, and it just wouldn't let me draw the wall. So I Googled it, and it turns out many people have issues with wall placement there. It has something to do with the curved balcony and like curved walls always being glitchy in The Sims. So what I did was I drew the wall that I needed somewhere else, and then I sort of dragged and dropped it to where I needed it to be. And it's still a little glitchy, I will admit. Like the flooring was kind of hard to figure out because it doesn't see it as a room. But nothing too bad. Like we figure it out. It's all good. So we are working now on the entryway / kitchen / dining / living room here. It's a big open space where basically all the common area is, but it's going to be quite a contrast from the girls' rooms. I really wanted the girls' rooms to be like very cluttered and colorful, which I've already said, but I wanted the dad style to be a little bit more muted, not as cluttered, a bit more put together, simple. It's very blue, you'll notice, a lot of blue, white, and cream, with some warmness coming in through the hardwood and the, what do you call that, wainscoting, or like paneling? I don't know what that's called. But what I'm trying to say is that the dad style really shines through in the common areas. So for the kitchen, which we have sort of started working on now, we are using these blue base game counters that I thought fit the color scheme nicely. I paired them with a different style of upper cabinets, also base game, but they're more of a cream swatch. Added a coffee maker as well, which I rarely do. But now we are adding a little dining table. It has a laptop on it. It also has a bit of clutter and a plant. I loved the way this looked. I thought it looked cute and lived in. Unfortunately, having all that stuff around the computer bugged it, meaning your Sims can't use it unless they first sit down in front of it. I could have deleted the clutter to make the laptop work normally, but I thought it would look so empty and I just decided to leave it as is. So if you download this build, just be aware of that this laptop is a little glitchy. Just have your Sims sit down in front of it before using it and you should be fine, or delete that clutter yourself, whatever you like. There are also other computers in the build that your Sims can use, so lots of options. So anyway, I have some news, not terribly exciting news, but still. I've started playing The Sims again. Like, actually playing, not just building. It's very out of character for me, but I am having a blast. I'm having a great time. It's super fun. My Sim is in a love triangle. She's an artist. She has a dog. The dog's name is Shelby, which I think is so funny. Like, why would you ever name a dog Shelby? But that was the name that she had when we went to adopt her, and I was like, I'm not going to change it because it's kind of funny. And now it's kind of grown on me, like maybe it actually is a really good name for a dog. I don't know. There is something very fun about dogs with human names. Like, my neighbor growing up had a dog named Ben, and at first I was like, why would you name a dog Ben? That's so weird. That's like such a human name. But it grew on me, and like, eventually it just became his name. Like, it suited him so well. Okay, let me know down below funny dog names or cat names that you've come across in The Sims or otherwise. Like, it could be an IRL thing. Maybe your dog has a very funny name. Anyway, we're starting on the first room now, and right now I am struggling with the tool mod, as you can see. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't know why I didn't cut this out. Maybe I wanted to honestly show the struggle and the process. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, this room is for the oldest daughter. It has sort of a brown and red color scheme, a bit of pink too. I've got this gorgeous painting above the bed, which is, well, sort of to the right of the bed. It's from Okay, I literally don't remember where it's from. I thought it would come to me. It's not coming to me. But it's cute. It's got like a little bird on it, and I thought it just went with the vibes and the color scheme very, very well. I'm also adding an easel. This sim is a painter, along with many other hobbies. I tried to give the sims as many hobbies as I could. Like I said, she's a painter. I also add a basket of yarn later so that she can be into knitting. And I also add a soccer banner and a soccer ball. So she's into painting, knitting, and soccer. I also tried to add in some of these darker wood tones with the bed, the easel, the dresser. I even add a little soccer banner because she likes soccer. A little door out onto the balcony. I thought that was a fun touch with a little moth decal on top of it. That is from, oh my goodness, where is that from? Werewolves. That's from Werewolves. And I thought it was so, so cute. I think it just adds to the color scheme, adds to the vibes. And we sort of finish off the bedroom with a little bookcase, and now we are on into the next bedroom. This one is so much fun. It might be my favorite. They all might be my favorite. This was so much fun to do. I can't even explain how much fun it was to decorate all these bedrooms. But this one I think turned out really nice. We're starting off with this bed from high school years, which is like black and white with some cool designs on it, but it also has these bright purple pillows, which was really fun. So I had some fun trying to bring in pops of purple throughout this room, which I've heard people say before, like specifically I've heard Lil Simsy and Griffey say that the selection of purple stuff in this game is lacking, and I have to say I think they are right, but we made it work. We made it work. So I really wanted this sim to be into music. I thought it might be fun if she's like learning and later in life she becomes famous. Maybe you have the Get Famous pack, I don't know, I don't, but anyway, so I added a keyboard right there in front of the window. I thought it would be fun if she could like practice while looking out over the city. The purple, black, and white color scheme is definitely coming together. As you can see, we use this dresser from high school years, which is white with like a purple and pink design on it, which also has a matching bedside table, which we used. So that's super fun and cute. I also added some other instruments like a guitar and a microphone. Does a microphone count as an instrument? I don't think so. But it is used for music and singing, so. Aside from music, I also wanted this sim to be into wellness, so I added a yoga mat at the end of the bed, which actually is functional. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it did. And then here above the bed, I did this really fun, cute thing that I thought was so fun and cute. I added these little wall hanging craft things from Seasons and put a little shelf above it and cluttered it up with black and white clutter to go with the color scheme, of course. And now we are working on the downstairs bathroom, which these two sims share. I made a little custom shower that I thought came out really cute using the tool mod and some brown tiles. This bathroom is very brown and it's got some blue accents. I think it turned out very cute. Like I said, the two sims we just decorated rooms for are sharing this bathroom. And in my head, they're older, like maybe 16, 17 years old. And I know you can't be that specific with age in The Sims, like you're either a child, a teen, or a young adult, but for the sake of the story in my head, they are 16, 17 years old. And then I was thinking the two girls upstairs would be slightly younger. It made sense to me because the dad is upstairs and he might want to have the younger ones close to him, even though they're not that young. Anyway, I'll get into that when I decorate their rooms. Now, here we are upstairs on the landing. It's another common area. So the dad's blue, white, and cream color scheme is kind of shining through. We've got an easel. We've got a family computer, which is not glitched at all. It works perfectly, unlike the laptop in the kitchen. I also really, really love this rug that I grabbed from high school years, I believe. It's in a dark blue swatch, and I think it's so, so cute. Also grabbing these bookcases from Growing Together and cluttering those up. One more thing that I add is a parenting board / family board, bulletin board thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's from hood. And I don't exactly know the gameplay of that. Again, I don't really do that much gameplay, so I don't know how it works, but I just figured like it would be nice to have in a family apartment. Maybe someone can comment and let me know what that actually does. But I also add some frames because I thought it would be fun to hang up some family photos. And yeah, we are here in the third daughter's bedroom. I was thinking this daughter was sort of preteen age, like maybe she's like 13, 14, and she is really, really into fashion. I added lots of shoes from Dream Home Decorator, also a lot of clothes, like I've got some hanging clothes there behind the mirror, but I also add some dressers later. I just wanted her to be like so into clothing and shoes and other fashion stuff. That it's like really, really cluttered. This room ends up very, very cluttered. Probably the most cluttered space in the whole apartment. I might have overdid it. I might have overdone it. So if you hate how cluttered it is, feel free to delete some stuff, make it more reasonable. But I kind of like the vibes, so I decided to keep it. I've never really played with trendy before, or the like thrifting aspect of the game, but I think this sim could be really into that, really into making her own outfits and selling them, what is it, online, like on Trendy? I don't really know, but I thought that could be really fun if you're into gameplay like that. And then this is the last daughter's room, and this one has like kind of a funny story behind it, I think. I guess it's not that funny, but I was thinking this would be a child age sim. And she is just so obsessed with university. Even though she's only like 9 years old, she's just so obsessed with this one university and she just wants to go to it. What is it called? I'm gonna Google real quick what it's called. Brychester. It's called Brychester. She really wants to go to Brychester. I'm not really sure why. It's just like her favorite university. And so everything she does has to do with going to this university. Like when she's reading, it's because she wants to be smarter. When she's like, I don't know, studying or doing her homework, it's because she wants a good future and she really wants to go to this university. And it's like a little weird because, again, she's 9, but she's just obsessed. So anyway, that is why I've got the Brychester banner and the Brychester bed, and I continue the green and yellow color scheme throughout this room. One thing that I thought was really cute that I did is I got it's from Cats and Dogs, and it's a suitcase with a pile of books on it, and I just sort of lowered it into the dresser so it would look like there's just a pile of books on the dresser, and I thought that was really cute. And yeah, just a cute touch. Anyway, now I'm decorating a little desk. This is the only daughter who gets her own computer, but again, she's like super into studying and smarts and stuff that her dad was like, better get her a computer to like help her achieve her dreams or something. I'm not actually sure if that made any sense, but we're adding one last banner right above the desk, and we're moving on into the bathroom. One thing that I thought would be really funny if you were playing with this family and this build would be, you have this girl who really wants to go to, oh, I'm blanking on the name again, Brychester. She really wants to go to Brychester, right? But then when the time comes around and she like finally is applying to universities, she only gets accepted into the other one, which I think is called Foxbury. I think that would be so funny. She has like all this like swag and merch from one university, and she's just dreamed her whole life of going, and her whole plan is just like thrown upside down and she has to go to the other university. And in my opinion, in my like imagination, she would end up really liking it, and everything would be okay, but at first she would be like, what the heck. Anyway, so we finished the bathroom, which the 2 daughters who live upstairs share with their father, and now we are doing the dad's room. One thing that I did not notice until I went to upload this apartment was that I didn't center the window. Can you tell? It's like slightly off to the right where it should be centered. It bugs me so much. I can't believe I didn't notice. So that's annoying, but the uploaded version on the gallery actually is fine. The window is centered, everything is fine. Also in the dad's room, I hung up some crafts that I thought could be from his daughters. He's just very sentimental like that and likes to keep the things that they make for him. Anyway, we're coming to the end of this video, so if you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe for more stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you. Anyway, have a good day. Bye!